Now let's take a look at this chart. Now let's take a look at the chart very well. We can see that currently this chart is on the sideways market, all right, not trending up. But despite the fact that it's on the sideways market, keeps going up and down in a particular range. Now you can also cite a doji, and when the doji is cited, all right, it indicates a reversal at this point. Now just take a few seconds to look out for doji at a particular zone, either resistance or a support. All right, so if you have done that, now let's take a look at it. Now I can see a doji at this resistance. All right, look at the doji here. Welcome once again to Online Money with Peter. Happy New Year. Thank God for seeing another day, another year once again. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I want to promise you that this year is going to be better than last year was, and I pray that this year is going to be more prosperous than the previous years in the name of Jesus Christ. All right, so without wasting time, I want us to go to what we have today. In my previous video, I did candlestick analysis, and the last one was Pimba. We analyzed Pimba and how to spot Pimba and how to place a trade when a Pimba is shown on our chart. So if you have not watched it, I will drop the links to that in the description section, or 10 seconds before the end of this video, you are going to see it pop up on the screen. You can click on it and then watch it. All right, so I started this series on candlestick analysis in order to help you to analyze candlestick properly and to place good trades. Because if you understand how to analyze the candlesticks properly, based on your strategy, it can help you to place good trades and be making consistent profit. All right, so without wasting time, I want to go to what we have today, which is Doji. All right, Doji candlestick pattern is another profitable pattern seen on the chart. Now, if you see it and then you know how to trade the Doji, it can help you to increase your profit. And of course, not all Dojis are reliable, but if they appear on a particular good location, it will give you an indication on what is going to happen next. So the Doji can be seen as a reversal candlestick pattern. So depending on the level of your professionalism, depending on your knowledge of the forex, some people see Pimba depending on where it's located. Some people see it as a continuation of trend. All right, while some people see it as a reversal candlestick pattern when it is seen on a chart. All right, but however, depending on the level of knowledge you have of forex, you can see it as a reversal candlestick pattern and also as a continuation of trend. All right, now let's look at the psychology behind the formation of Doji candlestick pattern. As always, the candlestick patterns, however, patterns would always open at a particular price and then close at a particular price. Now, in my first video on candlestick analysis, I told you that for a bullish candlestick, the price opens at the bottom and closes at the top. While for a bearish candlestick pattern, it opens at the top and closes at the bottom. All right. Now, for a Doji candlestick, and now we have different kinds of Doji candlestick patterns. We have the Gravestone Doji, the long legs Doji, and the Dragonfly Doji. These three are different kinds of candlestick pattern you see on the chart, and when they are spotted, all right, it's a good information that is given to you as a trader. Now, for these three types of Doji, the one that is most reliable is the long leg Doji. All right, it is more reliable than the Gravestone Doji and Dragonfly Doji. All right, but however, these three types of Dojis can be seen as reversal candlestick patterns or as a continuation of trend, depending on where they are located. All right. Now, for a Dragonfly Doji or long leg Doji or Gravestone Doji. Now, take a look at the long legged Doji. All right. The price opened at this point, and at the end of the day, assuming this is a daily candlestick pattern. All right. The price opened at the beginning of the day, and then there was, of course, interaction between the buyers and the sellers. The buyers pushed the price to this high, the bears came in and pushed the price to this low, it keeps going up and down just like that. And at the end of the day, the price closed at the price where it opened initially. In other words, the opening price and the closing price are the same. All right. Nobody won. The buyers is not win at the end of the day. The sellers is not win at the end of the day. Now, depending on where this candlestick is located, all right, if it is located on a trending market and on an uptrend, all right, when it retraces to a support, and then you see this candlestick pattern, what does that mean? It means an indecision. All right, the buyers push the price up, which we're going to see on the chart. Then, of course, it always retraces to a support. Now, when it retraces to a support, it is the sellers that push the price to a support. Now, when it gets to a support and this long leg doji is formed, it means that the sellers are indecisive at that point. All right, they are not sure of whether to continue to go down or not, perhaps because of the strength of the buyers at the support. So when this is shown, it is indecision candlesticks. All right, because of the indecision of the sellers. All right, so the buyers would come in and then push the price up, and then you see it as a continuation of trend, because for a trending market, whether it is an uptrend or a downtrend, it will not trend, just keep on going up just like that. It will always retrace to a support. That's for an uptrend, or it will retrace to a resistance if it's on a downtrend. All right, so when this long leg doji retraces to a support or a resistance, is an information given to us that the buyers or the sellers at this point are indecisive of what to do. If it retraces to a support, then the sellers are indecisive at the support zone, perhaps because of the strength of the buyers, and then the buyers will come in and then push the price up. All right, it's the same narrative for a Gravestone Doji and the Dragonfly Doji. Now, for a Gravestone Doji, the opening price, it opened at this price. The buyers push the price up to this high. All right, now the sellers came again and pushed the price to this low. And at the end of the day, the opening price and the closing price are the same. All right, like I said previously, depending on the location of this Gravestone Doji, it could be a reversal candlestick pattern, or it could be a continuation of trend. The same narrative for Dragonfly Doji as well. It opened at this price. The sellers push the price to this low, the buyers push the price to this high. Then at the end of the day, the opening price and the closing price are the same. All right. So depending on the location of this Dragonfly Doji, or the long leg Doji, or the Gravestone Doji, all right, can signify a reversal at the support or the resistance, or it could signify a continuation of trend. All right, I don't know whether you understand what I just said, but I believe that it's something that you can easily understand. All right, now let's take a look at these candlestick patterns on a chart, and we look for Doji. Now let's take a look at this chart. Now let's take a look at the chart very well. We can see that currently this chart is on the sideways market. All right, not trending up. But despite the fact that it's on the sideways market, it keeps going up and down in a particular range. Now you can also cite a doji, and when the doji is cited, all right, it indicates a reversal at this point. Now just take a few seconds to look out for doji at a particular zone, either resistance or a support. All right, so if you have done that, now let's take a look at it. Now I can see a doji at this resistance. All right, look at the doji here. Now it's been going up and down. It came to support, to resistance and all that. And at this resistance, this doji is formed, signify weakness of the buyers. The buyers that push the price to this resistance. And then this doji is formed at the end of the day, signifying weakness of the buyers or the indecision of the buyers at this point. They do not have the strength to push the price above the resistance because the sellers at this resistance are stronger than the buyers at this point. So the strength of the buyers are not much, and so they after the formation of this this doji is called long leg doji, and the next day you can see the candlesticks that followed, and you see the reversal. This candlestick that followed after this doji, you see that it's a strong candlestick, and then you push the price down to the resistance. Now let's take a look at another chart. Okay, now on this chart, I cannot find anyone here. Now also on this chart, now let's also take a look and look out for a doji at this point. Now it was on a sideways market at this point, and then it broke out of this resistance and keeps going up. Now but before it broke out, there was we can see several doji candlestick patterns. And now when we see doji candlestick pattern at a particular location, now we should be getting ready for a reversal or a breakout of the zone, like with what we can see here. All right, now we can see a lot of doji at this point, and then eventually it broke out of this resistance. And when it broke out of this resistance, it came back and did what? Retrace back to this resistance. We can see a doji here, a long leg doji. No, not a long leg doji, gravestone doji. Now we can see a gravestone doji here, inverted gravestone doji, and then after that, the price just keeps going to the upside. All right, so as it is an uptrend, so it broke through resistance, retraces back to the support that was previously resistance. Inverted gravestone doji was formed, and then it kept going up. All right, so now let's also take a look at a doji here. Where can we find one? Let's take a look at this very well, and you find doji candlestick pattern. All right, okay, now look at the doji here. We have the long-legged doji. All right, so look at it around this point. It's on an uptrend. They broke out of this sideways market, then retraced back to the support that was previously resistance, and then this long-legged doji is formed. And then you see a few candlesticks after this long-legged doji. You can see that it broke out again of this candlestick pattern and keeps going up. So we can see that at this point, this is a continuation of trend, because we can see it was ranging at this point, it broke out, and we can see several dojis here. We see long leg doji and several other dojis here, and then the trend continues to go up. All right, so that is how it is trading doji. All right, when you see doji appear on a particular location, all right, like the support or resistance, which signifies weakness of the sellers or the buyers, and if it is weakness of the sellers, the buyers will come in and push the price up. If the weakness of the buyers, the sellers will come in and push the price down. And of course, we should always ensure we get our confirmation. It's good to use other indicators as well, all right, to get confirmation before we place our trade. And also, of course, we should manage our trade appropriately. We should invest our money wisely, and of course invest 1% or 2% of our capital, and ensure that we protect our capital by placing our stop loss and take profit at the appropriate locations. Perhaps it could be ratio 1 to 2 or 1 to 3.5 or 1 to 3, depending on the kind of trader that you are. All right. So thank you very much for stopping by once again. This is just a brief explanation of how to analyze the Doji Candlestick pattern and how to take the trade. Now, if you want a comprehensive forex training, all right, do well to become a member of Online Money with Peter, and I'm going to give you a comprehensive tutorial on how to analyze candlesticks, how to place your trade, and also on how to make consistent profit trading in the forex market. Now, if you have not already subscribed to Online Money with Peter, please kindly do so that subsequently, as I upload more of these videos of candlestick analysis and other videos in order to help you to trade profitable, you'll be one of the first individuals to be notified. Thank you very much, and I'm going to see you next time. Hope you find this video informative. Bye bye.